You guys want to rank up in Warzone, but you don't know what to do. Luckily for you, I have 5 rank tips that is going to change the game for you. By the end of this video, I'm going to give you the tools to break past your highest rank ever. Tip number 1 is economy and contracts. The reason I put this as the first tip is because really it's the most important tip. It's actually going to fuel the rest of our tips going forward throughout this video. And this is actually the difference between having mediocre games and getting your first ever max SR win. If you watch anyone in the top 250 play, you're going to quickly realize that keeping the money flowing is a main focus of theirs. There's even some games where my team has 40 to 50K sitting in the bank ready to go to a buy station. And yes, having a lot of money is great for a number of reasons, like getting an advanced UAV, which we're going to talk about next, or getting self-revives for the team and giving you advantages in the fight. But what goes really unnoticed is the regain potential from having so much money. Let me put it this way. Let me actually give you guys an example that applies to your games, okay? Let's say everybody dies on your squad. You guys all go to Gulag and your 2 boys, they lose Gulag, okay? I know you're out there and your boys have been losing your Gulags. You're the only one that makes it out. Now, what do? Okay, you're flying back in. What do? Let's say you guys ran up a bunch of contracts. You have really good economy, really good money flow. Well, the regain is simple. You can land back in on a buy your teammate back. He probably has enough money, or at least combined money, to buy your third teammate back. And boom, you can get easy regains because you had a lot of money flowing. But what you guys are often in the situation of is you're going to Gulag, one of you makes it back and you don't have res money. So now you have to go work a contract, you have to go loot. And oftentimes this is when you're dying, when you are on the regain. This sets you back a lot. This actually hurts the most. You guys know with those SR penalties, if you die early in the game, it's going to take a big hit. So having money flowing obviously helps for regain situations. All right, you're thinking, Mark, that's great. Get a lot of money, but what is our game plan actually behind this? And here's the strategy. Off of rip, I want you to go for 3 different types of contracts. You're either going to go for a scavenger, a recon, or a king contract. And the reason we go for these and not bounties is because bounties can pull really far away, and also you don't really have loadout. So why are we wanting to push bounty off rip? They might have better guns than you. It's all RNG at that point, right? So recons, scavengers, or kings. Now, one step further, the contract that I actually want you to go for, and this is extremely key, so listen up, is the contract that nobody else is going for. So for instance, if you have to stretch really far to get to a contract, or you have to pick some really odd scavenger in the middle of nowhere that you don't think somebody's going to go for, that is always more valuable than dropping hot on a king that you think 2 or 3 people are going to go for because it's in a hot drop location. Your number 1 goal off of rip in the plane is to pick a contract that you don't think anybody's going for. Why? Because you can build up contract multipliers the more contracts you get. For those of you guys that don't know, you start at a 30% bonus. Once you finish your first contract, it gives you a 30% bonus on your next contract. We just call these multipliers, right? So that means you're gonna get more money for completing your second one, and your third one, and your fourth one, and your fifth one, all the way up until you get a 150% multiplier, which is the top one, that absolute max that you can get. But once you complete a 150% multiplier, you're getting advanced UAVs, self-revives, you're getting everything that you need. So contracts are king, keeping the money flowing is king. So off rip, I want you to do one thing, and that's go to a contract that you don't think anybody's gonna go to, so you can get early loadout and then start making your way to other contracts. All right, so you guys have your early game strategy. I want you to go for a contract that nobody else goes to so you can get an early loadout. And then I want you guys to go for more contracts. Well, Mark, all the contracts in my area are gone and there's only bounties left. Okay, that's fine. Grab the bounty, but only if, for point number 2, you have an advanced UAV. All right, yes, tip number 2 is advanced UAVs, and these are so important. If you guys haven't popped advanced UAVs in your ranked games yet, you need to start, because this changes the entire game, okay? And for those of you guys who don't know, an advanced UAV is literally just popping 3 different UAVs at the buy station. Up pops an advanced UAV where you can see everybody on the map, including ghosted players. Now, why are advanced UAVs so important? Well, to do exactly what we talked about in tip number 1, which is getting a lot of contracts, right? How are you going to rotate to different contracts around the map once you've cleared out your area? Well, you're going to use an advanced UAV to do that. You're going to be able to see which rotations, which contracts are free, which ones you can knock out no problem, so you can keep building that multiplier up. Now, what I can say is if you do this correctly and you actually use the advanced UAVs not to take dumb fights, people sitting on top of hospital or on top of a big Nakatomi tower, right? If you take the right fights, then you're actually going to be able to cycle your UAVs over and over and over. What I mean by that is you're gonna pop a UAV, you're gonna go to a contract that you think is really good. On the way, if you have to take a fight, you have an advanced UAV. If it's an advantage fight, you see less than 3 people on the map and you think it's a good fight for your team to have, You can wipe them out, go complete the contract. You're gonna have enough money for another advanced UAV. If you do this correctly, that cycle will repeat throughout the whole entire game, and you could, on our best games, we have an advanced UAV up almost the entirety of the whole game. All right, rank tip number 3 is what we call win con, or for those of you guys who haven't heard that term, is win condition. Okay, so what this is essentially putting yourself on the map where you think you can win the game. Okay, so let's say, for example, it's 4th zone and I see my team's win con. For instance, a really good building that we can hold, a good mountainside, a good head glitch in a certain location that we don't think we're gonna get flanked from. We see the win con on the map. We want to try to rotate there as fast as possible with as many supplies as possible, self revives, muni boxes, plate boxes, whatever it may be, enough supplies that we think we can win the game from that location. A lot of the times you can find your win con from zone 4 or 5, but you need to rotate there early. You can't burn a lot of time. The mid game is to build your economy up, pop advanced UAVs, kill people on the way to contracts, get some SR that way. But once about 4th circle pops, you need to be thinking of your win con or your win condition. Last thing I briefly want to say on win con, you're going to see how we're combining all these tips into one, is if you have enough money to get an advanced UAV, you can use the advanced UAV to rotate to a win con. Now, how are you rotating? With a vehicle, ideally, try not to take choppers late game. Use the LTVs. They're going to be your best bet for rotates, especially with that advanced UAV up. You're going to know the exact route you need to go to get to that win con position. Rank tip number 4 is team comms or team communication. This is make or break it for a lot of you guys for climbing the ranks, getting more SR, for winning games. This is make or break it, okay? And I'm gonna break down team comms for dummies, if you will. Team comms 101, okay? It's gonna be broken down into 2 things. When you're fighting enemies, you just wanna know 2 things. I've talked about this before. Number 1 is how many enemies are there? Number 2 is where are the enemies? I'm gonna say that again. How many enemies are there and where are the enemies? That's it. So if you guys don't know how to communicate with your team during gunfights, that's all you are doing. Go back to those 2 things. Focus on how many are there and where are they? Okay, let's say you're pulling up. Let's say you have an advanced UAV, right? Your whole team knows there's 2 people in this building, but we're going to make sure we communicate that. 2 guys in this building, 1 top floor, 1 bottom floor. Boom. Right there, I just communicated those 2 things. How many people there were and where the enemies were. You're going to do this in every single gunfight, and you're going to be able to paint a picture to your teammates on where the enemies are and how many there are the whole entire time through the gunfight. Which is also why it's important. If you get a knock and a full, you say, I fulled 1. There's only 2 left, and they're both upstairs. Boom, you just communicated both those things again. How many were there, and where are they? If you're able to communicate these 2 things with your teammates, you're going to win a lot more gunfights. Tip number 5 is playing with patience. And you've probably realized this through the rest of our tips, but a lot of what we do is playing with patience, especially here in ranked. And the reason why we do that and we don't go for kills off rip, matter of fact, I want you to go ahead and send this to your teammate, your ranked teammate that loves to go for kills off rip because he's impatient. I want you to send this to him right now and say, hey man, this is a good video. You should check it out, especially tip number 5. Being patient. Are you that teammate that just lands in and goes for kills off rip and then you lose your gulag right away? Such a waste of time. I'm telling you what, if you're on my team, I'm like, let's go ahead and get a new teammate because this guy is costing me SR. I got 110 penalty right here in iridescent. Like, I'm not trying to give that up right away, you know? So playing patient in as you can see, all these tips kind of work together. We're talking about the first tip, getting money, doing contracts, building that up, popping advanced UAVs, rotating to our win condition so that we can get kills later in the game. And the reason for this is because if you see right here, the elimination SR, it goes from 4 all the way to 12. The later you get in the game, this is bonus SR that you get for every single kill or tap, right? An elim, an assist, right? So this is bonus SR. You get 4 bonus SR if you kill somebody off rip. Not a lot. Compared to if you get kills in top 20, that's like doubling the bonus. You get 8. Let's say you get to a top 5 situation. Every single tap that you have, you don't even have to kill the people. You just have to get a tap on them. In an elim, you get an additional 10 SR. So this is why, as you're going to see all of these tips kind of come into one, we're trying to get to a really good win condition to be able to get kills late game, but you have to be patient to do that. So playing with patient, I want you to send this to your teammate that is very impatient, likes to go for kills off rip. No. Stick to the game plan. Watch this video and follow these steps so that you guys can put yourself in a good spot to win the game, but it's going to take some patience. There you have it, 5 Warzone rank tips. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, comment down below if you guys have any questions. I'd love to answer your questions. Also, if you want to see me play ranked live and implement the tips from these videos in my live streams, I'm probably playing right now. Kick.com/MarkClarkk. We're live there every single night except Sunday. Would love to have you guys over and vibe with our awesome community. And until next time, check out this video right here.